tackle your losses with another episode of the Tackle for Loss podcast, the premium New Zealand NFL gambling podcast.
Fires into the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! No!
And we're back! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tackle for Loss podcast. Tackle your losses with the Tackle for Loss podcast, New Zealand's premium gambling NFL podcast.
Nice, dude.
Nailed it.
We're back with week 10 of the NFL, week 9 of the podcast. To my left, I'm joined with Keith O'Donoghue, amateur NFL gambling analyst.
Yep. Not on for the betting because I can't do the math.
And to my right is another amateur NFL gambling analyst. That's Grayson, sorry. Grayson. That's Grayson, his name.
Yeah, I enjoyed the slapping a little bit too much, but carry on.
My name's Cree. Behind the camera is Harry. He's our
Hello.
producer. He just had his teeth pulled out, so don't make fun of how he sounds.
My face hurts.
And then we've also got big man Zach behind the cameras too. He's really far away from the mic. How are we feeling, boys? How was week 9? What are we thinking? What are we feeling?
Week
What's going
9,
on?
not NFL, but still football related. Big up the OSU Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Round of applause to them. Bedlam victory. Last of the Bedlams.
Last of the Bedlams, because OU are fucking
For now.
stupid, and they
True.
decided to move conference, and now they're losing, so they're going to get fucking
It's what
smoked.
they get. It's what they
They're
get.
going to get smoked.
What was it? Number 15? Top
Yeah, 15th ranked now.
15
Yep.
rank? Hell
Yep.
yeah. And Ollie Gordon for Heisman.
Ollie got him for Heisman.
Let's go.
what's
Let's go.
He's not a quarterback. He won't win it.
Yeah, true. True.
It's sad.
The bias.
Absolutely not. He will not.
But yeah, to do with week 9 football related though, we should have flexed that last game.
What one?
The Chargers Jets.
Oh,
We should
man.
flex a lot of these games coming up, to be
All
honest.
3 primetime games this week should have been flexed.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all fucking
They all
shit. And for as well as my locks did, I ended up with no money.
Oh no.
So,
How did that happen?
well, I fucking am an idiot.
No.
Well, actually, no, it's fucking annoying. Because in one game, the Saints game, I had a 3-league multi. It was to pay me 125 or so.
Yep.
And 2 out of the 3 things hit.
Yep.
The one that didn't hit, I needed Shaheed to have 25 receiving yards.
Right.
He had 22.
Damn.
He just couldn't
That's
get
rough.
3 more yards.
Do you know what was rough this
You
week?
should hit and get it.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, real smooth. What was rough this week? Running backs.
Oh,
None
they
of
can't
them
do fucking anything,
Did
can
any
they?
of their projected
Well, they're
yardage.
paid.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's why they get fucking paid.
I
Useless
speaking of the Saints
motherfuckers.
game, I had one going which Taysom Hill touchdown. It was the one I see on the podcast. Taysom Hill touchdown, and all I needed was minimum amount of yards from Kamara. Yep, Taysom Hill got his touchdown, but Kamara did not. That's why the white man gets more money.
Well, in terms of my bets,
Oh my god.
in terms of my bets, I multied 6 of them, and then 5 of them hit and 1 pushed. So I made like $100 and something off $6.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
nice.
nice. Also, we had the Melbourne Cup yesterday, not football related again.
Yeah.
And in our little group wager, Cree won. And then in my work sweepstakes, I won. So pretty cool.
I lost everywhere.
Nah.
I lost
Work
everywhere
here.
too. I wasn't at
Betting
work, so I didn't get
provider.
included in it. It was
Oh, there was
bullshit.
also another
Ah.
$250 down the drain when Mixon decided he just didn't want to fucking run the ball yesterday.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Or the other day.
The other day.
It fucked me. I needed him to finish with 50, finished with 37.
Yeah.
He got like 17 in the last drive.
Yeah.
Couldn't do that the rest of the game though.
Something I've learned though from this betting over this past week. So the rule of 3s is our big thing at the moment. Shout out to Mark Hamlin. That reel's just gone live, so check that out. I will play the rule of 3s for the whole of the morning slate of games, right?
Yep.
On our
Yep.
on our Monday, and then I'll make money, and then I'll do another set for maybe the afternoon game or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But I then take all that money I've won and then put multiple rule of 3s bets
On the same game?
on the same game.
That's what I said last week. You
said
can't
it
do
last
it.
week,
You can't
and
do it.
But this time I was actually aware that I was doing it right.
Yeah.
It wasn't until you pointed it out. I was like, oh, right, that's a good point. I did it. Doesn't hit because you're trying to make so many different ones
that you
to
get,
cover all
you
your
get 2
things.
things from all of them.
Yeah.
But it's like, in reality, if you just made one,
Which was like more guaranteed.
exactly, with one which is more guaranteed, you would have
Yep.
hit it in one.
So there we
Also,
go.
I got to stop scaling my fucking, my units. I keep losing out massively. Like I was up to like $350 in my account
So
or something.
what you got to do?
And then I started putting $40 per bet on.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
started hitting. Some didn't. But if I have one bad spell where I think I put 6 on and only one hit out of the
Yeah.
6, all of a sudden I'm down a lot of money
Yeah,
because I just am fucking
See,
stupid.
what I'm doing with that is, and I'm on a different unit level than you completely.
Yeah.
But I'm doing, once I get a certain level of money in my account,
Yeah.
that's when I switch. So as soon as I drop below that, I switch to a different unit. And then when I go above that, I switch to a
Yeah.
different unit.
I
And that
just need
way
to-
I'm playing to what at least I have.
I
you
need
know?
to stick to my unit of $20 per like same game multi that I'm doing.
Yeah, we're not in the same league. I'm still on the 3s. When I get $24, I'm going to switch to 6s.
Yeah, see, I just play it safe. Randomly it hits big. I cash out, feed the wife and kids, go to work.
Rookie
Yeah.
mistake.
It's
Rookie
all,
mistake.
It's all healthy here.
Never cash out.
I'm a healthy gambler.
Never cash out.
And a fantastic lover.
We'll go through
I
last week's
was gonna say I only needed to know one of those facts, but I didn't. I needed
You
both.
needed both.
I needed both.
I knew both already.
What is quite
Oh.
fun is speaking about like healthy gambling and stuff like that is I owed Cree's girlfriend $100 for a ticket, won it on our gambling provider. I owed my old man $100 for Mum's birthday present. Won it on our betting provider, so gambling's working out pretty good for
Well,
me
there you
this
go.
week. Mafia has been paid off.
The family is your mom.
Let's quickly run through the last week's locks and bets that we took. So Thursday night football overall, I hit mine. Kiefer did not, and Grayson did not,
Yeah, too bullish on the Titans, but that's okay.
I didn't either.
and neither did Harry actually. Yeah, so Harry's now 1-1. Woo! Kiefer is sitting at 2-3. Grayson's sitting at 4-3, and I'm sitting at 7-1.
Wow.
Thursday
Unreal.
night.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
I
Hey,
know,
we've
fucking
we've
nice
lost
with
the
that.
same amount, man. We're pretty good at this. We're pretty good at this.
What about overall?
Lock-wise, Grayson went 5-0 and a push. I went 5-2,
Whoa.
and Kiefer went 5-3. So pretty good week all around.
Positive
for the locks.
week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which also pushes me
Um,
overall positive.
Positive. He's now
Yeah.
21-19
Hey.
with one push.
I think
I'm,
I've. Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm 28-28 with 2 pushes, and you're 20-22 with 2 pushes.
I'm catching up to myself.
Harry's still 2-7 because we stopped counting. But
I didn't do,
say
I
that
didn't
every
do
week.
any from last week.
I'll remind everyone every week that he's 2-7. It's all
Yeah,
right.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, now I'm
Did you
gonna
have Phil on there still?
No, I
maybe gotta
well, I
put-
can just go
put
back
Phil
and
on.
put Phil's on the new
Yeah,
list.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
now I'm gonna start paying attention to mine and trying to win money. So I'm not 2-7 anymore.
You're not going to win money.
Although it's the Giants' record soon, so fitting.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
No, it's not. We're getting Caleb Williams, all right?
Okay, fair.
All right, should we crack into week 10 of the
Yeah,
NFL?
yeah.
All right, we have our Thursday night football.
Speaking of games that should be flexed,
Yeah, definitely.
Who's watching this game?
I'm watching it anyway.
My hands up behind the camera. I'll
Who's
watch it.
coming home and watching this game?
Yeah, knocking off midday.
Yeah,
I've
same,
had
man.
half the week off already. Probably not.
Nice.
I finish at 3 though, so I'll see the second
Oh,
half.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
it's-
it starts at 2 now.
Oh, I'll see.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, so
I'll see
So it's 2:15.
2:15.
Yeah.
2:15. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I'll see most of it then.
I was gonna
Yeah.
bring that up for New Zealand podcast listeners that it has been moved to 2:15 from
Time
now on because
zones
of
have
time
changed.
daylight
Yeah.
savings.
Thanks to the American government.
Yep.
Morning games start at 7 for us, which is nice.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah. Actually, even though I don't know how I feel about those afternoon games because I really liked have lunch at work.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
I know what you
Then you
mean.
fuck around for an hour and
Yeah.
then the game's on at 1ish. And that's you. That's me at work, done for the rest of the afternoon. I just get to watch the game. Now it's
Yeah.
kind of like, it gets to 2, then the game comes on.
Yeah.
I get to watch some
That's
of
what
it. then
time I
to-
have my lunch. So
it works good for you.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'd push my lunch to like 1:15.
Right, yeah,
And so then
yeah.
I'd start lunch and then have like
Sure.
an hour. You know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And so then watch football for all that time.
Yeah.
And then they got Smoker at 3, so then I'd take another
Just
hour.
roll into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
But now
then-
it's at 2 now. It's kind of like
Yeah, it's a bit tricky.
I got to have lunch and then I got to
and
fuck
also,
around. and
it might be getting to a real tense part. You got to go home. You know,
Yeah,
like, what are you doing? Just
yeah.
standing at work
That
still
awkward,
watching it?
that
You know?
so
awkward 20-minute
annoying.
drive home.
Yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes I'll just switch it onto my phone and like I'll have ESPN running on my phone.
Yeah.
And then I'll just have it through the speakers and I'm just hearing stuff going on. I was like, I can't see it
Yeah.
going on.
Because we're irresponsible gamblers, but responsible drivers. That's
Yeah,
right. All right, back to the football. So we have the Bears at home, minus 3.5 against the Panthers, plus 3.5, over under 39.5. This game could go either way. We got average offenses and average defenses. That's my my 30-second elevator pitch.
Is old Bilbo Baggins starting?
Well,
He
I don't
is.
know. Are you sure about that? Because
Yes.
Justin Fields has been at practice, full participant for the past 2 days now.
No, I believe it's Bayesian.
I'm checking.
What makes you believe it's Bayesian?
From all the reports, apparently it's still Bayesian. I don't know
Well,
what,
that's because Justin Fields hasn't been announced, but I would
Okay.
say it would be like. I believe personally.
we'll get
it'll be
producer Harry to just
Yeah,
do a quick
I
scour
think it'll
of
be
the web.
Justin Fields. I do. I mean, they lost 24-17 against the Saints, and that's with, what was it, 2 fumbles and 3 interceptions.
He's still questionable, Justin Fields.
Yeah, because they haven't.
Thumb remained limited on Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, the Panthers lost to the Colts, which isn't surprising. They've only won 1 game this year. They allow 30. Is this true? They allow 30 plus points per game?
No, you're not reading it right, Kiefer. That's why
What?
you got to have a look at these before you talk. They only scored 13 points against a team that allowed 30 points in 3 weeks in a row
Right.
against not very good teams.
Yeah, okay.
They only scored 13. They didn't look good. Bryce Young didn't look good. Panthers in general looked like shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. There's not much to say about this game because it's kind of boring.
it is.
It's the one game that I get to watch at home, and I'm not that interested
Yeah,
in it.
I'm going to
That's
take...
why we put money on it to make it fun.
Yeah, definitely.
I personally, I think I kind of like the Bears here, solely because I feel like the Panthers haven't shown enough, and they've obviously had issues with their offense consistently. I think I saw something pop on Instagram that like it was a defense from a guy on defense from the Saints has the same amount as the same amount as touchdowns from Bryce Young as Adam Thielen. So it's one of those things that I feel like the Panthers aren't performing. They haven't improved in the way we'd kind of want them to with a young QB, and the Bears, as shit as they are, they've got those flashes of a decent offense with DJ Moore and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
if Fields come back, I don't know if it's going to make that much of a difference.
No, yeah, I don't know either. I think for me, I'm not gonna. Oh, we have to do a lock on this. I'm not sure what my lock is yet, but I know I will bet on this game. I'll be doing minimum amount receiving yards for Thielen, maybe some Cole Kmet yards in there.
I mean, the Panthers are really bad against the run. They are horrible against the run. That's what I was looking before. They don't have Foreman yards yet, but I will be taking Foreman yards because I do
Right.
believe they'll be able to run through them.
Yeah.
I will even take either QB's minimum amount of rushing yards because Bajan likes to extend the plays when he can, and obviously Justin Fields likes to run too much.
yeah.
I'm actually going to take the over as my pick for Thursday night. The TNF God says over. I'm cooking up something big. Thursday night football God. The TNF God is what they call me. TNF God says take the over off this game.
It's fair.
Yeah,
It's a fair
I've
call.
got nothing better than that.
What just happened?
I'm a believer in the TNF God today.
Thanks, man.
No
Thanks.
worries.
The only other thing is like looking at last week's games in terms of like the ability to put up points. I guess that's also going up like against the Saints and the Colts who have like
Saints-
semi decent defenses.
Saints defense is pretty
Yeah.
good, and they put up
Yeah.
17. And then the Colts offense is pretty actually lackluster, to be honest, and they put up 27 against the Panthers. So I'm liking the over. The TNF God says over.
I'll take an over.
2 of those touchdowns were pick sixes. And that 27 points
Oh,
that the Colts scored.
yeah. That's
2
true.
of the touchdowns were scored by the same guy on the defense.
That is true.
So
It's fine. We're taking the over.
Taking the over.
All of us taking the over. Oh, I'm going to win so much money.
There's technically a triple lock as well.
It's we lock it every week.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Think about
No,
it.
but it's the same. lock.
doesn't matter.
Do you guys like my lock sound
The
for last
spooky
week?
spooky?
Yeah.
That's
The
pretty good.
fact it wasn't explained till later.
I didn't,
Yeah.
I didn't get to listen to it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the next game. We've got Pats at home plus 1.5.
Except they're not at home. They're in Germany.
That's the true. It's a Germany game.
Patriotic home of the Fatherland. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah, no, yeah.
There we
roll
go.
with it.
Rumour has it.
Pats at cultural home.
No, you carry on. Actually, I'll say this after you.
Plus 1.5. Colts minus 1.5. And under 43.5.
Rumour has it. This is what's going on around the rumour mill at the moment.
Okay, Adele, chill out.
I think this is
The rumour mill at the moment.
rumor Rumor has it.
Fucking hell.
Teed you up right there.
Rumor has it.
Say it again.
No, I'm not going to. Rumor has it that Bob. Fuck off! Leave me alone! Rumor has it that. Excuse me, this is the NFL's premium gambling podcast.
Yeah.
New Zealand's NFL premium gambling
Rumor
podcast.
has it is, yeah.
If you're not going to take me seriously, I'm not going to take you seriously.
Oh no, he's gone. I wonder if the rumor he's gonna. I think I know what the rumor is. Can I say the rumor? He's going back.
Rumor has it he left for his in. Way. Oh, I got to move
What?
back over now.
Oh no, okay. So
No, rumor has it. Let me just.
Oh god.
Rumor has
He's gonna
it
talk while
that
he
if Bill Belichick doesn't win this game in Germany, that old Bobby Kraft is going to fire him after the season.
I have also heard that rumor.
I
don't
apparently
know
they'll
whether
let them
it's-
play out the. Sorry, would anyone else like a Zinachino to the upper dicky?
I'll take a
Yeah,
Zinachino.
Grey
Yeah.
Man said he needed one.
Called that
he's
first
gonna
time.
Fire.
Billy B.
Bilbo Belichick, play out the season, get rid of him, and I think it needs to happen.
I don't know if it needs to happen necessarily. It probably does. I'm just saying I don't think it should happen mid-season.
I don't know. Look at the Raiders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
played
I
against the
suppose.
Giants.
I suppose.
Giants' defense is supposed
get
to be all right, though.
to the Raiders. I assume.
Rumor
the
has
Raiders
it was
are
about
playing
the coaching.
Yeah, that's it. We'll get to the Raiders bag. But yeah, no, it isn't. I've also seen that rumor. Can't confirm
Yeah,
or deny
anyway,
it.
let's
So-
talk
Sorry,
about-
as an insider, you can't confirm or deny
Yeah.
whether that's going to happen.
Bowman will
Yeah.
be able to. Bowman will tell us.
Yeah, Bowman will tell
If
us,
you want
yeah.
any more
Yeah.
information on the Patriots, go down to the comment section. Pinned comment will be Bowman rattling off facts about the Patriots for this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Bowman, if you could go down in the comment section and just rattle off some stuff that we're going to miss, obviously.
Something about something weird from 2004, please. Just add that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me Tom Brady's overall completion percentage?
Can you tell
while
me
he
how
was
many
at the
times
Patriots?
Tom Brady's kissed his son?
What was his rookie rookie completion percentage when he
How
came
much
in?
did he have to pay Giselle
That
when he
first
left it?
game when he replaced that one dude that got injured, what was his completion percentage
was the
for
beach
the rest
that
of
he
that
retired on?
Can you chuck that down in the comment section? If you go, hey, look, if any other fans want to know, Bowman's on it.
Which
Thanks,
one of
Bowman.
his sons the best kisser?
Bowman wishes it was him. Mac Jones has no help. Let's be real. I don't think it's a Mac Jones issue. I'm going to go after this podcast, probably next week, look at the stats to see what Brady's kind of last couple of years were like with the last, what personnel he had around him in the team, what receivers and tight
Which
ends
is
and stuff like that.
Fading talent.
Which is fading talent. See what kind of completion percentage, what his win records were, and stuff like that. Because I do not believe it is a Mac Jones issue. I'm not. I'll die on this horse. Is that what they say?
Yep, that's the
Hill.
one.
Hill.
Definitely.
Hill.
You'll die on the
I'll
horse.
die.
Yeah,
I'll take an arrow on this horse.
Are the Navajo
No,
gonna
wait.
get
You know I will.
Are the Navajo gonna get you?
The who?
Then they shoot the
I might
arrows.
say
American
the
Indians.
Cree.
Who's a who?
The Cree.
The Cree. The Marvel villains.
The Navajo.
Hey, bless their hearts. Where was I going with this?
Yeah,
horse?
fuck, we've absolutely lost track.
Mac
saying-
Jones
Brady's
do-
stats against
Mac Jones.
Yes,
You're
because
saying Mac Jones
I
is
don't
dying
know.
on a
I think
horse.
if you look at the stats, I think if you look at stats, the last time Tom Brady rode a horse, it'll be very similar to Mac Jones and the current horse he's riding. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the horse. I'm saying it's the same fucking
Oh, you
horse.
say you beat
It's the same horse.
They beat a dead horse.
I'm saying, yeah, and he's fucking last at the Melbourne Cup, isn't he? Not my pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Mac Jones is their savior either, but he definitely needs more help on offense. The only move we really made was getting in Juju, who was absolute garbage.
fuck, he's
and
good.
paying like a stupid amount of money to Mike Gesicki when we already had Hunter Henry, who's a fine tight end.
They're one of the worst offenses in the league. They completed 3 out of 12 third downs against Washington. A not very good defense. Yeah, I don't have much faith in this team. The fact it's a home game gives me a little bit of faith.
Well, it's in Germany.
Oh, it's in Germany. It's not a
yeah.
home game.
Yeah, I think honestly, Patriots just will pin them to the wall and talk about them next season. The season's done. It's not even they're not even bad and interesting. They're just kind of bad. The mid, unless they do something crazy.
Yep,
But
I think the Colts.
I
are
wish
going
we
to,
could like clip to like a couple weeks ago when they won, and this man was so excited.
dude, if they win, the Brady jersey's
I
back
hate
on
it.
and the hat's back, and then they've always been the greatest team of all time.
I'm taking Colts -1.5 here.
So am I. I like the Colts -1.5.
Should we talk about the Colts a little bit?
They didn't have a great game. The defense really
Nah.
carried them. I think if the defense can stick around for another game, then they'll have a real good chance of beating the
If they
Patriots.
ride in on the right horse, the Colts do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It might be a
ooh.
one-horse town though.
Colts
Only one of
1.5.
them get a horse.
I'm not betting on this though.
No, I'm not going to bet on this. The Colts seem to be 50. It's a coin flip whether their offense turns up or doesn't turn
I'm
up.
locking Colts -1.5.
Oh.
Hey, this random bet right at the start of the podcast
Damn.
worked for me last week. I'm doing it again.
Okay.
Just came out and it's
Fucking
there.
Colts -1.5.
I came and it happened.
You what?
It I don't know.
Okay.
I might lock the under. 43.5.
You know what, Kiefer?
Yeah.
I'll join you on that, my
Okay.
brethren.
That's fair. I like the under here too.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to double lock it just for safety's sake. I'm just going to stick with my Colts -1.5.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I feel sorry for Germany.
I don't. They've done enough bad
I was going to say,
things.
yeah, no one said no.
Oh, but they invented the sausage.
Did they actually? The Germans invent the sausage.
What the fuck is this podcast?
Anyway,
today?
yeah, guess what it was made of?
Guess what it was cooked over?
Horse. Horse. It was made of
Oh,
horse,
of course.
Yeah, horse. Horse.
yeah.
The remainders of the
Next
Melbourne Cup
game.
losers.
Yeah.
So this is a
Nothing
really
about Chelsea
very
with him.
brief next game.
Very
Because I think
brief.
we're all.
Oh,
I'm-
you're preempting a triple lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them,
Yeah.
tell them what the game is.
Ravens winning against the Browns at home. Ravens are at home against the Browns visiting.
Odds on minus
-6 plus 6. Under over Kiva?
37.5. Yeah, I'm locking the Ravens.
Give me
minus 6.
Ravens.
Oh, great.
And the under. And the under.
I don't like the -6.
Holy shit! You're telling me you got the number 1 defense against number 2 defense?
Do you know what I think?
I do like the under over bit here.
Oh, I'm
but
liking both
I don't
of-
trust
ooh,
I don't trust the
ooh.
-6 enough.
Do you know what I think?
What do you think, Keith?
Well, I'll do it like Cree, our host, would do. Here's a sneaky,
Is that what I sound like?
sneaky long beat. Yeah, you're real nasally.
Okay.
Sneaky long beat.
Yeah.
Can I have your hat or just help me get in the zone?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
the trim's out. I know it's looking lovely.
Thank you.
Here's a sneaky long series bet on the TV and the futures tab.
Well, I've
You
got
have
to cut that out
You
now.
have to bleep it.
Bleep it.
Ah, yeah. Well, it's okay. He fumbles the word sometimes, but he glitches and goes.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm very in depth.
Ravens to win the division, no title.
Here's a little sneak one
Currently
for you.
paying $8, which I think is not a bad bet.
Can you bet on? I don't know if we can on our provider. Super Bowl MVP.
I didn't see it the other day, but then
Not yet. I don't think.
Bet
We have to
on
wait.
Lamar Jackson Super Bowl MVP.
yeah,
They're not even going to be there yet.
yeah.
But I genuinely think they have a real good shot at being in the Super Bowl. And I think if they, because they're on AFC, I think if
Yeah.
they make it through Bengals, Chiefs, I think that's probably 2 top Jags maybe, but I don't know
yeah.
yet. But if they make it through that into the NFC final, it's Cowboys and
Eagles.
Niners.
Eagles,
I
Niners,
genuinely
yeah.
think that they have a good shot of winning it if they can
Yep.
get through the AFC. And I think Lamar Jackson will be the very obvious
Yeah, he will. He will
Super Bowl.
be.
Even if they lose,
Yeah.
I could see him getting the MVP.
Yes.
It does depend on who they're up against, though, right? If they do, what if they go into the final and all of a sudden he has to go against CMC? CMC could play their game well.
Yeah, but
But then again,
their
their
defense,
defense is rough.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I reckon
Yeah. And also, Lamar has a better story, quote unquote. You know
he
what I
has
mean?
more
The
impact.
NFL do love
Yeah.
a story.
They-
He
they-
has more
fuck,
impact.
do they want
He will
it.
have the same rushing yards as CMC and pass yards.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no. So did you? I guess you approve of my sneaky future bet.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, but they got Jags in theirs as well. I mean, but yes, I do. I do
thought it was-
agree.
do
I
like
thought
it,
it was a
do
good
like
one.
I do like it.
Yeah.
I locked both. Keeper locked Ravens. Grace
Yep.
locked none.
Do we want to talk about the Browns a
Yeah,
little bit?
not touching it.
So they beat the Cardinals 27-0 at home, but that's not a massive achievement.
No.
at all.
Rookie
considering-
QB, that first
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
No James Conner, no
Yeah.
fucking anybody.
It's a mess. But the offense is still absolute hot garbage. Deshaun's back, in my opinion. That's kind of made it worse. It's got a little bit of potential, but Deshaun Watson will forever hold them back.
You know, I could
They
genuinely.
paid it might be the worst deal in NFL history.
No, it wouldn't be the worst.
Gotta be up there, surely.
It's not great.
Kenny Golladay to the Giants was pretty bad.
I think this is
But they
genuinely.
should have
Due
stuck.
to the
They should have.
Patriots.
They should have stuck with Jacoby Brisket.
Yeah, they should have stuck with Jacoby Brisket.
I think this
Absolutely.
is such.
And they've got a rookie QB. So
I think this is such an absolute freebie of a double here. Ravens -6 and the under. I think it's so free.
You reckon the under? I feel like the Ravens are strong enough to put up 37 by themselves.
I don't think you are putting enough credit on the Browns defense.
Yeah, you know me. I get all in on a team. I get a little bit giddy and say things.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, I won't. I'm not going to lock it, but I might add it.
The Browns
into
defense
a
has
same
been
game
known to
multi.
fumble though, in terms of their
Yes.
play.
Yeah.
Against who was it? The Colts, the
Colts,
other week.
that's the
Other
big
week. It
one.
was just a
Yep.
massive scoring game.
But the Ravens put up 37, and they played insanely well. Pretty much had all the time of possession. I think
Yeah,
double
yeah.
up the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And they put up 37 against them.
And the Seahawks don't have a shabby defense.
No, the
Yeah.
Seahawks don't have a shabby defense.
So that's what I mean. I don't.
But
think,
now you've got. But you think that they'll put up more points against the Browns? I still think the Browns defense is better than the Seahawks defense.
No, yeah, but that's you're counting that the Browns do not get a single touchdown, a field goal, nothing.
I'm not saying they're going to put up 37. I'm saying they're going to put up less than 37.
Well, okay, so fuck it. Let's just make it interesting. I'll take the over.
Okay, sure.
Is that a lock?
I think.
I think he is. Yeah.
I think he is locking that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll look it. Yeah. I think that the Ravens had the potential to put up that sort of numbers. They played the Seahawks, which, as you said, not shabby defense. They played the Lions, not shabby defense. The Browns, they have fumbled the bag a little bit sometimes. And I think all it's going to take is for them to do what they've been doing for the last few weeks, and then the Browns to either get a touchdown or a couple field goals.
Look at Seahawks offense. Look at
Browns.
Seahawks offense and Lions offense, and look what the Ravens defense did to those two teams. Two teams with incredible
true.
offenses, or very good offenses.
Yeah.
And didn't outscore them by huge margins. Now they're going up against the best defense, or one of the best defense, better than both those two defenses, and going against the worst offense. I think this game is going to be roughly. I think it'll be a 20-6 or something like that.
Be interesting to see.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm
absolutely.
excited for this. Also, who is the best defense in the league? Is it still the Browns?
I think it's
Or-
Ravens.
That's Ravens.
That's the Ravens.
I'm pretty sure it's Ravens, although I might have.
Shit. I actually think you're
Written
right. I
down
think I
on
did
the-
hear that the other day.
Yeah.
But it's not great for my bet.
No, sweet. All right,
Cool.
we'll move on and have a look at the next game. We've got the Steelers at home -3 against the Packers coming to town +3. The under over 38.5. I'll start off by talking about this game. The Packers had a good week last week, but it was against the Rams, and the Rams weren't performing.
The Rams are that bad that they've got a new QB in, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things that the Packers may have had a good week and they had some flourishes, but they still weren't playing overly well. The defense held them in that game. It could be one of those things that's going to be defense.
Yeah. This is a
But
game.
on the other side of it,
Ooh,
Deontay Johnson, fucking phenomenal.
He pops off.
Yeah.
See George Pickens' tweets after that game?
I did not see George.
So
Pickens
it was
tweets.
actually on a story on Instagram. He had a reel or a meme or something about SpongeBob, whatever the fuck it was. And then on the bottom right, it had a real small text. It had "Free me."
Really?
Yep. And then after,
He didn't
and
really
then,
get targeted.
And then he
No.
he removed that and then put up something else as well, a tweet or something, pretty much bagging the Steelers and saying that he's
Wow.
pretty much done and he wants to be traded or something like that. Or
Shit.
yeah. But then again, he had an incredible option in the chance in the end zone.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of room in that end zone.
Is this the toe drag?
Yes.
Yeah,
He had
yeah.
so much room in that
Yeah.
end zone to make a catch. He's made incredible catches on the sidelines, keeping his toes in, and it's almost like he just fucking forgot that he had to get 2 feet down.
Dude
And
was
that-
lung out of the fucking end zone. I don't know
Like-
what he was doing.
Yeah, it was really.
it was almost like
strange.
he cared more about staying on his feet than getting 2 feet
Right,
down.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I think with the speed he was going and moving and the way the ball was positioned, if he got 2 feet in, he's probably falling over as he catches it. But that's the play you got to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take the hit to the turf. It's not
Yeah,
hard.
100%.
Yeah.
And and then he fucking cries, and then so. I think he's more fed up about the whole Matt Canada not being used in the right plays. He got used on like 2 screens, and that's why he had -2 yards the whole game, something like that.
Steelers, Najee Harris, and who's the other?
Jalen Warren. Oklahoma State.
They are strong. They're a strong backfield, and the Packers haven't been great against the run. They were good last week, but again, that was against Darrell Henderson, and they didn't really have much going there. So I feel like this is weighted towards the Steelers.
I think it definitely is. I'm going to take Steelers -3 here. I'm not going to bet on it, but...
Yeah, I'm not going to bet on it either, because it could be one of those games where the Packers finally decided that they're going to play well again.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna take Packers just because again, not putting money on it.
Jeff, what did you do?
I am also going to go Steelers. I'm just looking at these other games here. It's a lot of games, but I kind of like the Steelers -3. I'm going to lock the Steelers -3. I think the Steelers have been playing good enough ball, and the Packers have had 1 win. I think it's
Recently.
Recently. Yeah.
I don't think the Packers are going to turn up. I don't think they necessarily have the ability to turn up. They just beat the Rams, who went from having someone to nothing overnight, sort of thing. So yeah,
they did shut down Puka and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, that's true. But,
I mean, it was Brett Rippon throwing to them.
It was
I mean,
He had a less than 50% completion rate.
I'm
not reading into this. Like I put on here, I'm not reading into this win at all. On the 20-3
I
win.
agree, but yeah, I'm just saying that I think the Packers secondary does have a chance of shutting down that pass game.
Yeah, no, I'm locking the Steelers here.
All right, fair enough.
Thank you very much.
Next game. This will be an interesting game. I really like this game. Jags at home +3, 49ers -3. Both teams coming off a bye. The under/over is 45.5. I really don't know what to think about this game, to be honest.
I can tell you exactly what Keith was going to say. I reckon there's a cheeky bet. ETN anytime touchdown scorer.
You read my mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think
ETN touchdown scorer and CMC touchdown scorer.
Here's a great money bet for you.
Yeah.
Minimum yards CMC, minimum yards ETN.
There you go.
Anytime touchdown scorer, those two.
For both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
I think that's
It'd
cash.
pay decent too.
I think that's cash all day long. This is a tricky game. This is 2 of the best teams. But the 49ers...
Recently, man, they've been doing shit.
Just absolutely faltering. The Jags look really strong. And it's because they're one of the only teams, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, I think they're the only teams where there's not a flaw in their offense or defense. It's not as high-powered as a team with a Dolphins with a high-powered offense. It's not as much to write home about as say, the Ravens' defense. But overall, as the combined package, really good.
You know what that's called? It's called playing complementary football.
That's
what we love to hear.
Yeah.
So I like the Jags here as well. I'm gonna lock the Jags +3.
Nice.
49ers just got Chase Young.
They did, yeah.
They need to turn stuff around. They lost 31-17 against Bengals. That is just... That's bad. And then another loss before that was really bad as well. I don't like this game. Yeah, against I don't like this game betting-wise at all, to be honest.
In terms of locks, but I'm assuming you're going to put some same-game parlays on this.
Sure, but then again, I also don't know. The Jags' pass defense is really bad, and the Jags' run defense is pretty good, to be honest, in the top 5 run defense in the league.
Right.
So now it's like, CMC. Do I like that bet? No,
I like it.
Not overly. Last game against the who they play Bengals. Last week against the Bengals, he did bad. He actually didn't do very well.
Right.
So I just don't know, man.
Can you just put, I don't have my mic in my hand. Can you just put your mic up to my mouth? Has fuck, this is terrible. I've already forgotten the guy's
you
name.
asked for the
Yeah, I
mic.
set this up too. George Kittle. I wanted to say Pickens. Has he been doing much recently? Because he had that one big game.
Yeah, he did well last. I think he was their leading receiver last week last time they played against the Bengals. Once again, not betting on this. I'll take 49ers -3 just because we've got a bet on them.
Nice. We do have a bet on them, but I'm going to go to Jags.
Yeah, fair enough. I could see this going either way. Next game, Vikings at home, +2.5 against the Saints, -2.5. Over under of 41. Obviously, the Vikings' incredible performance by Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I mean, it was just incredible, wasn't it? There's no.
Unreal. So you know how he is he looks like an alien, but is actually like an astronaut, right? He's a rocket scientist. So they often say, like in NFL hype and press conferences, it's like he's a such and such. He went to uni and studied this, and now he's a QB in the NFL. And you could just see it when he's on the field. He's just making, this dude actually is a fucking rocket scientist, and it showed that he showed up to the game, put a kit on, and then was just able to handle everything that came with not knowing the playbook, not knowing anyone's names.
Did you hear what was going through like the headset? Like he was getting plays broken down from the head coach as it was going, and it was like,
and they had 8 seconds before the mics turned off. 8 seconds for him to be able to get the play communicated and work out what was going on.
Yeah, I think there's an incredible performance by the Vikings.
It deserves its own 40 for 40.
Yeah, but then again, that was against the Falcons. Now they're up against the Saints. The Saints just beat the Bears 24-17 at home. It's tough because the Saints are just pretty solid all around. It's hard to say much bad against the about the Saints, but then you can't say that much good about them.
It's a little bit like how I talked about the Jags and complementary football, but they're on a different tier. They're building that complementary football, but they're just not up at that level where it's scary or that commendable. It's like they're getting by.
I think it was one of those things that like the more Taysom Hill's utilized in a game, I think there was their win rate goes up. The more he's like utilized in like the passing, running, and just like even the fucking throwing. Like, he can do it all. And if you utilize that well, the defense doesn't know what to do. He can come at you anywhere. Yeah, it's fucking insane.
He's a gadget player, and they've gone go gadget on it. Like they've gone like absolutely nuts. They worked out that Olave and
Michael Thomas.
No, I was definitely going more Olave and Carr are not on the same level. Everyone thought it would be Carr and Olave. They're going to be going off. And once it worked out, oh no, it's Taysom Hill and Derek Carr who are connecting. Fuck it, that's our new offense.
Yeah.
And then now they make it.
I think the big thing, honestly, I think that you say it's Taysom Hill that's when they realize what they can do with him. I think it also a huge part of it is realizing how good Kamara is and how they can use Kamara.
Oh, yes, yeah. But then in saying that, you've still got Olave and Michael Thomas on the field as threats.
Yeah, 100%.
So
and the defense is really solid too. They're always doing well for me on fantasy. And
it's a team that I think next year, if they keep it the same, you don't know what they're gonna do. It would be very interesting to see because they've had a year.
Yeah.
And they've actually now got maybe team chemistry going, and they could be very scary next year. Not just they're pretty good, but yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm honestly going to take Saints -2.5 here. I'm not locking it, but I'm going to take Saints -2.
I agree. I'm not locking it either. I'm just going to take Saints -2.5.
I'm not locking it, but I'm going for the Vikings because this is what happens. A new QB comes in the league, backup QB, and
you froth it.
I get absolutely frothing giddy about it. So
I can see it from here. Actually.
Give me Josh Dobbs and the Vikings. Also, what a story for the Vikings this year, to be honest. Everyone kind of liked them a little bit more because of the
Kirk Cousins and the quarterback.
On Netflix. And then they've just gone from strength to strength, and even went in their like darkest hour, they've managed to go even more to strength. They're the best story of the week.
Yeah.
So good on them.
As I said, before we get into this next game, there's a point start coming up. I'll give you a little spoiler. It's the Giants game, and it is the biggest point start I've ever seen in my life.
Okay,
for a NFL game, not a college game. This is a college. It's a college point start.
Oh, did Harry just say?
I haven't looked that far.
I haven't
ahead,
looked.
so I'm
don't look. I just look.
Insane.
Don't look.
Okay, I'm not gonna look.
Should we just skip to that game?
We can
Let's just skip to that game.
Can I intro it?
Yeah, go for it, Harry.
All right. So we're skipping a few. We'll go back to the other games.
So you don't know this either, Gray.
So at home we've got Cowboys at -16.5 against the Giants plus 16.5.
I mean,
with an over/under of 38.5. I'm still locking the Cowboys.
I'm locking Cowboys. Give it to me,
bro.
It goes against your rule, Cree. The Giants are, I think.
Dog
I
shit.
think. Oh, look, we'll take a consensus on the rest of the pod. But we had the crown on the Raiders I think for the worst team, our at least our worst team, we said any team could beat the Raiders. Now they've had that change going on, things are a little bit different there.
Yeah.
You could say the Packers are really bad. You could say the Patriots are really bad. But I would argue there is no team in the NFL doing as bad as the Giants. And it's not. I'm not trying to cause pain here, but it's just a simple fact, in my opinion.
Bro, both our starting quarterback gone for the season. Our secondary quarterback, broken ribs. It's that 49ers from last year, but we don't have fucking Brock Purdy coming in. We've got fucking Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, I mean...
Jesus Christ.
And
he can't throw a football.
It's also one of those things where there's not a lot of QBs on the market left. I genuinely... So Carson Wentz has now been picked up by the Rams.
Yep.
I genuinely thought... I was like, oh, Carson's going to get the call, and we're about to find out in a couple of days that Giants have got Carson Wentz now.
Imagine that they pick up like someone like Kaepernick.
That's the only one. That's the only one that comes to mind. Every
Newton,
backup QB that comes to my mind has already been picked up from a team.
Yeah, there's
there
just
was like
free agent
6
guys.
or 7 non-starting QBs playing last week or something like that. Like half of the games were a backup, a rookie, or something. It was some
the
weird
matchups
stat.
are pretty wild last week. To be fair, with like
it's
QBs.
pretty nuts.
Bro, all of Giants' Twitter is just putting on like compilations of Daniel Jones saying thank you for the years, blah, 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 because they're all just convinced we're getting rid of him next year.
Oh, dude, he's gone. There's
Yeah.
no way in hell that Daniel Jones stays on that team.
You'll draft a starter, or you'll draft a rookie and
Draft
start
a
him.
Caleb
And
Williams
that-
or a Drake May or
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
And
dude,
you're
and
starting him from
you can
game
keep
one.
You can keep naming fucking 6 other names.
Bo
They're all
Nix.
better than Daniel Jones.
Yeah. See, Shador Sanders Deion Sanders has said that Shador's not in the draft next year.
Oh yeah, I'm not
He's
He's
surprised.
staying another year.
That's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I guess on this game, I'll take Cowboys. I'm gonna lock Cowboys minus 16.5.
Yeah,
It's a fucking crazy
this is
sentence.
nuts. If we talk about the Cowboys for a little bit, they were the better team on the day. They lost to the Eagles 28-23.
28-23, yeah. I mean, Dak had 374 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Crazy for
huge.
him. Lamb himself.
After we gave him shit last week too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lamb had 191 receiving yards, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they're clicking. We're finally getting the who dem boys, we dem boys is finally happening.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It's cool to see. Like, they seem like a team you want to support, but just it's hard to when everyone pushes them and then they underperform every single year. But it's nice to see them clicking. And we hate the Eagles, so it was so close to a Cowboys dub. But against the Giants, this should be money or day. 16.5.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Biggest NFL point start that I've seen.
Agreed. I mean, it's just like when you think about it, it's like it's 3 touchdowns, and like really, and then they're clear.
Well, it's
Yeah.
2 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I'm convinced they can get 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was
in
going to
first
say
fucking
the Giants
quarter,
aren't stopping them to a
The
field.
Giants,
Yeah.
the Giants. I genuinely don't think the Giants will score a touchdown this game.
I don't think they'll score one for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I remember when we were talking the other day, and you're like, "Their one win might come against the Patriots." Even that's not happening anymore.
No.
Nope. So I've thought about it a bit. I'm going to join you boys. I'm going to go Cowboys minus 16 and a fucking half.
Lock it
Triple
up.
Lock it in.
I'm just gonna add my name to the bottom of this, and I'm gonna lock it too.
Very nice. All right, let's jump back. Let's jump back real
Yeah,
quick.
let's go back.
Well, all these games are happening at the same time anyway, I'm pretty sure, so it doesn't really matter. Or
Yeah.
close to the
and our
same
betting
time.
provider never has them in the same order.
No.
No.
So the next game after that Vikings-Saints game, you've got Bengals at home minus 6.5, Texans plus 6.5, over under 48.
Do you guys feel that?
What's that?
The heat coming off these teams, they're on fucking fire, boys. These teams are awesome.
Hold your horses there, Kiefer.
Hey,
You don't want to die on this horse.
don't beat this dead horse.
You'll die on your horse with the Texans. That is why I am taking Bengals minus 6.5, locking that,
Nice.
and I am locking the under.
Nice. I'm also locking the Bengals, but I'm just saying the Texans are heating the fuck up. They're so cool. What a dope game. CJ Stroud has broken like every rookie record. Wild. He's about to be the best rookie QB who ever did it.
He
Nuts.
can't do that every game.
No, but he's still, if he just carries on like a normal QB now, he beats the record.
Oh, sure. But I'm just saying,
unreal.
for this game in particular,
No.
He cannot do that every game. I don't think he can do it this game. Bengals home game too. They were at home last game against the Bucks.
Looked
Who days
fantastic in the
gonna
crowd.
beat
They
the
organised
Bengals?
that black and
Yeah, I
black
did
and
see
orange.
that. That was very
sick.
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty
sections.
cool.
Yeah, that was so cool.
But no, I think this is a Mr. Vegas one almost. You know, like giving the Texans plus 6.5 here
After they just
after
rolled it out.
after they just
Yeah.
after he because the thing they barely bet the Bucks.
Oh no, yeah,
They barely
it
his
was just a
final
crazy
drive to
final
beat the
drive,
Bucks.
Yeah,
And now
Baker
you're giving
on
them
the sideline.
Yeah,
looking
that's brutal.
depressed.
Yeah.
plus 6.5. Yeah, I'm taking Bengals all day. I think this will be an absolute slaughter. I genuinely think
Do you reckon Mixon's going to rush for your yards this week?
probably fucking not.
no.
fuck Mixon, man.
He could get his receiving yards, so just bank on that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not bad.
Yeah, the-
I'm going to lock it as well. I'm going to lock Bengals most.
That's another triple lock, boys. Yeah, the Bengals are looking like their Super Bowl team again.
Yeah, they're
it's
looking very
really
good.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's a more exciting league when the Bengals are doing well. I'm just gonna say it. That's just facts.
They're just a cool team to root for.
that's just straight facts.
They're a cool team to root for.
They
Unlike
are,
lots
yeah.
of other teams where you don't want to root for them that are doing well. You want to root for the Bengals.
Yeah.
And they're starting to do well again. So.
Yeah, especially when their rivals are the Bills and the Chiefs. It's like I'm happy to see them fall.
Yeah,
The
especially
Bengals may win the Super Bowl and they'll still feel like the underdog because of how far the NFL has pushed those other two.
I mean, especially when you look at the Bengals' last 3 wins were against the Seahawks,
Yep.
the Niners, and the Bills.
And they made it look easy.
Yeah,
They made
did.
it look
They did.
easy. Like that's the crazy thing.
Just
They-
looking overall at last week too, we've had like I think it was like 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, we just had a week where like football lost because it was such shit games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah.
week was a fantastic fucking
Yeah.
week for football
Best
overall.
week.
Yeah.
Best week
So
far.
hopefully that gets replicated
I
and
will
the Bengals
say-
pop off.
We talked about it a few weeks ago, and it happened twice this week. Last week, sorry. Both teams playing to score a touchdown and a field goal in each half. 2 games had that. And those 2 games would have probably been playing around $30 or so.
Right.
That's what they
I
usually
think
are
it's
at.
like between like sometimes it's like 31, sometimes it bumps up to 41
Yeah.
depending.
So that would have been cash money if people bet on that. I'm actually probably going to do that for the first game, the Bears Panthers game. I'm probably put a bit on that game.
Nice.
Just saying.
Cool. Yeah, this should be a good game regardless. It's
Yeah.
probably going to be a bit one-sided, but Texans fun to watch now. So that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, next game. Speaking of fun to watch, it wouldn't be this one. It's Bucks minus 1.5 against Titans 1.5.
Yeah, look, I'm going to break it down real easy for you, real quick.
Okay.
Well, maybe not easy, but I'll break it down real quick for you. The Bucks are just mid. They should have beat the Texans, but they didn't. The defense crumbles against the pass. They're not as good as they need to be. They can stop the run, though. Titans, they lost to the Steelers 16-20. Levis has been named starter for the rest of the season.
Good
He
call.
didn't play that well, to be honest, last week against the Steelers. They're a very average team, and they will continue to be average. This is probably going to be a shit show of a fight, and that's why I'm taking Bucks minus 1.5, just because of how good they are against the run.
Nice. Something interesting, though. You say Levis looked like shit. On one of their
Well, he just didn't look that good.
Yeah. One of their red zone drives, they called 3 run plays. No, sorry. 3 run plays. I mean, they're like, we'll throw it on 4th down. And it's just like, really? You've got a guy who can sling the rock in the red zone. Why are you running 3 run plays?
Could you have Derrick Henry?
Yeah, but they can scheme against Derrick Henry. Everyone expects the Derrick Henry. It was a bit weird, was all I thought.
Yeah.
Let the kid throw.
I guess the problem is they have fuck all people to throw to.
They've got DeAndre Hopkins. He's like 30-something.
That's what I mean. Like one guy. Like, it's just
Yeah.
not-
Do you ever watch Derrick Henry run and just
Yep.
think it looks really slow?
Yeah.
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 But he's actually really fast.
Yeah, but his
Yeah.
takeoff speed, his acceleration just doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks slow to me on the screen.
Yep.
It's
No,
weird.
I absolutely agree.
I don't know if it's just because he's such a big dude.
I
and he
think
can
it's-
fall forward for like fucking. I don't know how tall
Yeah.
he is, 6.5 feet, but like
I think that's what it is. I think he's so big that it's looks slow as shit, and
It's
it
very
takes him.
cumbersome, yeah.
It takes him a while to get going. Like once he breaks that line, he's quick as fuck. Like you can't really catch him, but like to get to that line,
Yeah.
it's long. But then he's big enough to just be like.
So what do you guys think? Let's pass through this game. No one really cares about this game.
Bucks minus 1.5.
Tight ends. I'm still bullish on Will Levis.
All right, next game. This will be an interesting game. Chargers plus 2.5 at home. Lions minus 2.5 over under of 48.5.
Locked Lions 2.5.
Lions
Thank you.
coming off a bye.
Producer
Yeah,
Harry.
Lions were for bye. They just bet the Raiders before that 26-14, but that was against the shitter team that had still Josh McDaniels
That was,
and
Raiders 1.0. We're on Raiders 2.0.
Yeah. Look, the Lions are playing extremely well. They're good against the run. They sacked Jimmy G 6 times. Offensively, they're a powerhouse. Defensively, they're starting to come into their own a little bit. The Chargers look like shit. I'm going to be real. They had a win against the Jets. What was it? 27-6.
Speak your truth, man.
27-6. The touchdown came from, or one of the touchdowns, the first touchdown came from a punt return.
Yep.
It was a touchdown. Then a fumble in the Jets half of the ball that ended into a touchdown.
Yep.
And then Eckler got another one.
Yep. It took them so long to get into that.
Yeah, I
fucking
think it
end
was
zone.
just so fucking shit by them, and we've been waiting for them to prove themselves a little bit because they've been doing pretty average this whole start of the season or for a big chunk of games there. Herbert had 53% completion for 136. That was it.
The Chargers, for me, this is just myself. I can't speak for the other members of the pod. They might be my least favorite team to watch.
Who's that?
The Chargers. They
Recently,
infuriate me to no end. We've talked about it on the podcast. You have Harry, what round did Justin Herbert go? He was a round 1, but
It was
what
first
was
round.
Yeah, it's first rounder.
He was first,
think
we'll
he's
just
top
go first
5.
round.
I'm
He's
pretty
a
sure
top
it's top
5 pick,
5
right?
pick.
You've got
I
a
don't think it was
top
top
5. You've
Maybe
got a
10th or something, I don't know.
first rounder in Justin Herbert,
Yeah.
who is an insane athlete. You have Keenan Allen, and you have Austin Eckler. Yet the team struggles to even fucking get a first down.
Yeah.
It is the most infuriating thing to watch. And then the NFL goes, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put it on primetime, which we can flex, but we won't, against the fucking Jets, who are an absolute shambles. Now, I understand the potential of the game, but when every single game that either of these teams plays looks like how it did, bin him. Bin him. Put him into the fucking 10 o'clock slate in the middle there somewhere. Bury it. It is just disappointing. I don't know what the Chargers need to do. They've redone their fucking offensive coach. What are we?
Yeah, it
using?
was an offensive coach, yeah.
Yeah,
But the
with
problem is
Kellen-
they took him from the fucking Cowboys.
Yeah. With Kellen Moore, that didn't really fix it. Is it the overall coaching scheme? Is it maybe Justin Herbert isn't the guy? Who the fuck knows? But this team is so infuriating to watch because they should be doing well. They never do well. I'm locking Lions all day because at least that team is coherent. They're fun to root for. And even when they lose, at least it's fucking interesting.
You know what,
Thank
Kiva?
you.
Thanks for telling me all that. And for that reason, I'm going to take 2 locks here. Lions minus 2.5 and the under. That's what you think I'm doing.
Nice.
Taking the under on pretty much every game.
Nice.
What is-
I
what is
also
the
didn't
under?
realize they had
That's
that
a
much.
That's a big.
It's
over.
almost 50.
Yeah.
It's 48.5.
Didn't realize they had that much hatred to.
Yeah, they
the
came
Chargers.
out.
They
They came out.
Yeah.
Speak your
Hard
truth,
and
man.
fast.
Yeah, thanks, man. I don't mind the under on that either because it's always like a Mr. Vegas thing to do with how good the Chargers are, quote unquote, that they're gonna get a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, look, if you
But
take
they're
away
not.
if you take away those all the turnovers that the Jets had that game,
Yeah.
the Chargers aren't putting up anywhere near 27.
Yeah.
Be like
Yeah.
a 17-6 game. Like I
I'll-
just
I'll-
don't think.
I'm gonna lock the under as well. I like that. I like that a lot.
Also, this
Um,
season the under has been hitting like an absolute
Yeah.
monstrosity. It's
Nice
sad to see.
word, monstrosity.
It's sad to see because you really want high scoring games.
Oh yeah.
You know, like they always say, you bet the over because you're a fan of football.
Yeah. Well, it's something.
And I'm a fan of football. I'm locking the over.
Okay, man.
Speak your truth, Greg.
Yeah, I love football, and I want to make this interesting. So I'm going
Hey,
to go.
wait, hold on, great. Remember last week when there was one game that I kind of disagree with and tried to talk you out of the lock, and you locked it. And I said you locked an over, and I said, wait, who's scoring those points, man? Like, are you sure? Like, look, and guess what? There was this one bet that pushed.
Still made money. though.
Should have listened to me, man.
Still made money.
Should have
though.
listened to me.
I mean,
well,
if-
not really, because if you win the other way, it was a push, so you would have pushed anyway.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause either way, I was putting money on that game. So, to be honest, I'm not mad at it. No, not at all. And it's
No. I won't bring it up again.
could have made another $100 on top of that. I reckon it could be the the fact that the Lions come off a bye and they just pop off and they put up like 30 points.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Does still need to put up more.
Yeah, well,
48.
48.
Yeah. I'm not saying that the Chargers can't put up like I don't know.
I think
that's the
my-
thing. I think
my
they
rant
they
was-
can on
was
a good
saying that
day,
they
but
wouldn't.
they can on a good day. But I don't think it's going to be a good day.
Yeah, I can't remember the last good day they had.
Next game,
Cool.
you got Cardinals home game, plus 1.5 against the Falcons minus 1.5, under over 43.
This is
This is
interesting.
a boring game.
Yeah, I think.
We just think complete
No, I agree. I think
Boring game.
I think the final result would be an interesting stat wise to look at.
Yeah.
But watching wise, I think it is
Yeah,
a boring
that's what I
game.
mean.
I have
I
no
mean,
interest to watch this game at all.
as a fan of football, I don't think this is going to be a good game.
I'm as everyone knows on the pod, I'm a weird dude. I like my backup QBs and weird games like that. I would like to watch this. I want to see what Kyler comes out like, and I want to see what the Falcons do. Kyler Murray's coming back this week. What's he coming back to? Is the big question. He's a great QB from the last time I remember him playing. I can't remember, but his offensive weapons.
You can't say he was a great QB and then don't remember how he played.
Well, it was so long ago.
I
He's known
think
to be
this
a
guy
great
was
QB.
good.
Well, tell me, was he a good QB?
Not really. The year he got
No,
injured,
because
he was
that's why
pretty shit.
there are rumors of them trading him this offseason.
Ah, there we go.
Does that change your mind, or are you going to keep going?
No, I'm going to keep going. Kyler Murray, good QB from what I can't remember. I don't know, though. The rest of the offensive weapons, none of them like jump off the board. I think the change of QB, it's not going to be a magic fix overnight. It's saying that, though, the Falcons have tried the fix overnight. They put Heineke in instead of Ritter.
And they look way better.
And it looks better, but it's still... That's not it.
No.
I just saw the note, not using Bijan enough, and apparently that's like come under massive fire.
Yeah.
That Bijan's being used as almost like a blocking running back,
Well, because
than an
that's
actual running
that's
back.
what Arthur Smith said. The caption was I saw the caption for it. And it was
Yeah.
fantasy owners look away, and it was a quote by Arthur Smith saying, "Oh, it's really astounding what he can get done off the ball."
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
Yeah.
no. It's
Also-
better what he can do with the
Yeah.
ball.
Sure, Arthur Smith. Then don't draft him in the first
Yeah,
fucking round, you
100%.
numbskull. Is this going to be Arthur Smith's first year? No, sorry, final year. Is he going to go to FedEx? Was it FedEx?
It is FedEx.
Yeah. Is he going to be a FedEx?
I think
boy now?
I think he might. To be honest, I genuinely think
so.
If they
Yeah.
don't if they don't win these games against Cardinals, then yeah.
Yeah, because if you're,
But
if
then
you're
again, I'm
telling
slightly
me-
worried for FedEx though, because if he delivers packages like he delivers wins, it's not going to be great for anyone who gets a package. It's going to be late. It's going to be fumbled. You're going to end up with a broken box.
You'll be surprised to see what our trucks can do off the road.
All your packages are ending up in the bush.
In the bush. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, if you put another head coach in there, or, I don't know, offensive coordinator, I don't know where the problem is. I do think it's more management. With those players, there should be something more happening than what's going on.
You'd think so, yeah.
Yeah, they lost to the Vikings with fucking Josh Dobbs coming in off the fucking street. 31-20. I mean, that actually, when I say it out loud, that's not a massive margin. But still, they lost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really give a shit about this game. Cardinals plus 1.5. There's rumors James Conner might be back in time.
Yeah.
If they have Conner and Kyler Murray, I'll be.
I just saw that stat. They're rated the worst team in the league.
Who's that?
Cardinals.
Yeah, makes sense.
But it doesn't, because the Giants exist.
I think that'll change this week.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to go Cardinals too.
I'm not going to put money on it, but I'm going to get the other way just for fun.
Nice.
Falcons.
No, but
Yeah,
home game
even,
bias.
I'm not even touching that with like a same game multi.
No,
I
I'm
don't know what the fuck's
staying the
going
fuck
on
away.
in that game. That's
Next game is the Cowboys Giants. We've already gone through that. Next game, Seahawks at home -6, Washington visiting +6. Seahawks obviously got blown out 37-3 to the Ravens, but then again, it is the Ravens. They're seemingly unstoppable.
who'd they play before the Ravens?
Is it Browns?
Did they win or lose?
They won.
Okay.
They couldn't get anything going at all. They're a good team this year, but there's still a very obvious gap between them and the top teams this year. Like I think that goes for a lot of teams in both kind of sides, especially the NFC, where teams will look quite good, but then you'll see a game and you'll be like, yeah, they look good, but realistically, there's no chance they make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's the first week we saw Gino struggle quite a bit.
yeah,
too.
That was
Yeah,
nuts.
and seeing that honestly makes me think that maybe it is time to go get a young QB in the first round next year.
Wow.
Well, I just
Might have
think,
been a Primo Gino.
Primo Gino. Remember we used to have that drop?
yeah, but
Remember that guy?
You draw the sound
he
effect on
hasn't
your computer?
he hasn't been the same this year. He hasn't.
No,
the
yeah, he
the
hasn't.
problem
No,
is
yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of
no,
other
not at all.
QBs, or you need with the offense we have. You need to have a QB that can really utilize that, and he just can't.
You need like a QB.
Imagine you put Trevor Lawrence in that in that same
yeah.
team,
Like
or
you need a QB like with a strong arm, good movement ability. There's a guy. He's at the Broncos. I wonder.
My God.
Drew Lock. No, Drew Lock.
But the thing is, you need most. Even the thing is, you need most is that leadership, and that guy doesn't have it. So.
Nah, he's a bit strange.
He's so fucking weird.
So I do genuinely think that this could be the year that we go look for a young QB to
Bro,
replace him.
Drew Lock sitting there right on the bench. Put him in.
Yeah, what do you
fair.
think about that?
I don't trust Drew Lock over Gino.
I would rather keep him as a backup.
Okay,
You know, he's
sure.
not going to be
Yeah.
the next fucking big QB for the Seahawks. Like he's not gonna.
Yeah,
He can fill in when he needs to. He's like a Minshew, right? He can fill in when he needs to.
Yeah.
He can put up numbers if he needs to, but then also he can't do that season long.
Yeah.
And Gino is. Don't get me wrong. He's very low ceiling, but also a very high floor.
No,
You don't-
I
What?
don't think so.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you disagree with
I
that?
think he's a high ceiling.
What?
Who?
No, I don't think so.
Gino.
Gino, yeah.
When has he had a game that you've gone, oh, he's up there with Herbert, or he's up there with Joe Burrow?
Last year, he was like what, top 3?
I suppose so, but
Like,
okay. Well,
he-
I'm
we're
talking this
We'll
year.
talk
then.
about current season.
I'm doing this
Oh,
year.
okay.
then.
Well, I mean, that's to do with his ceiling low. You look at the whole thing. But if we're narrowing it to this year, then he's not that good at the end of the day. He's been fine. He's been serviceable as a QB.
That's
So low ceiling.
So low ceiling, but also low floor because he's never done really
High
that
floor.
bad.
Yeah.
I mean high floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Weird house.
Tiny room.
Yeah.
I like how we're thinking the same shit. All I can see is just like this tiny room where he's just lying down.
Yeah.
In saying that though, I'm taking Seahawks -6.5 here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Washington.
Why bother?
They just dropped people.
Actually, yeah, there haven't been a game since they dropped people. Let's talk about
They,
them next
what'd
week.
you say? They what?
There hasn't been a game since they dropped people.
They just played
Traded.
one.
Oh, yeah, they did too. It was
They
against
beat the
Patriots.
Pats.
They
Yeah,
narrowly
Patriots.
beat the Pats. What was
Yeah.
it, 20-17?
Yeah. Washington next year gonna be interesting. Frank Wright? No. Frank Wright? No. Is it Frank Wright?
Ron Rivera.
Ron Rivera.
Riverboat.
Yeah, Ron Rivera. He's gonna be gone. There's gonna be a new whole structure there. Sam Howell's probably gonna stay the QB, which is great. He's balling out. But this year they're gonna be in it, which kind of sucks for them because they're not gonna get a great pick. But they'll be interested to check in on this board that I have up here with the Patriots. Put Washington in there with higher upside than the Patriots at the moment. But we'll check on them next year.
Yeah.
I'll take the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, actually, you know what? Seahawks home game here.
Oh, he's gonna lock it, isn't he?
I mean, I might have
He's
to.
gonna Drew lock it.
Yeah, I'm looking the Seahawks -6 here. I think home game wins it.
Nice.
Home game wins it.
I like the Seahawks -6. I'm not touching it with money.
Yeah. Yeah, I would bet on it, but then I don't know who the fuck the Seahawks are going to throw the ball to or pass the ball off to. There's so many like offensive options. It's really frustrating to bet on for me. Washington,
Would that
though-
not be a better thing to have like
Washington won me-
options?
No, too many options.
Too many
Yeah,
options,
he's
too
talking
many.
about gambling on it.
Ah, right.
Yeah, sorry,
okay.
wasn't clear.
I thought you were just meaning in general. I was like, you
No,
want
no,
options.
so for betting. Washington though I won money betting on Washington last week in just Washington. They you just do minimum pass yards, pass and rush for Sam Howell, Terry McLaurin. Just choose another fucking person.
What,
And
was it Brian Robinson?
yeah, you go Brian Robinson. You can even go Jahan Dotson.
Dotson played well.
Any of those guys, and you will probably make some money off that.
Next game.
Sunday night football.
Raiders +1.5. Jets -1.5. Raiders home game.
In the
Wait, is this another prime time game?
Over under.
Flex it.
Over under
Flex it,
36.5. I am locking the under.
Jesus Yeah, I'll lock the under.
You know, it's a low one. It's a reasonably low under, but also the Jets fucking suck. The Raiders are looking good, or better,
Better. Raiders 2.0.
but also fucking suck.
Yeah.
I don't think much is changing.
No.
So I will. Yeah, I'm locking the under here. I don't like either of these teams to bet on. If I were going to bet on one of the teams, I'd bet the Raiders. I think
Yeah.
the upside's way cooler than the Jets' upside.
Same. I reckon they cleared New York out back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. What I find more interesting to talk about than this game is the flex again. Why is this game not flex? Before the flex came in, when they talked about it in the off-season, I was kind of like, I don't know if I like that, bro. It seems weird to me. I don't like these things. Bit of try, not me. Now it's in, flex this fucking game for Christ's sake. For the love of all
Do you reckon
things
they're
holy.
going to flex any games this season?
No.
They're just going to have it sitting there as like, ooh, we could do it.
I think they will.
It would be like a Bills Chiefs game in like the middle of the day, and they'll be like, we're flexing it to prime time. That's about as far as it'll go. Which I mean, they won't do that. They're not. That's not how
I
it
think
works,
they'll.
but, you
I
know,
honestly think they'll flick some games at the end of the season.
Oh, they-
Towards the end of the season, I think they
We're
will.
doing it now.
do it now.
Why wait?
Yeah.
Do it now. Like it's.
You've got people like who are fans of football, and I'm a fan of football.
You've said it. You're a fan of football.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that, but I'm a fan of football.
What?
Yeah,
I'm floored,
and like it's going to be a boring game.
dude. Like so.
There's a reason the under over is so low.
I can watch
You
the
want high
primetime
scoring
games
games.
while I'm at work. I can't really watch the ones during the day, but I can watch the prime times. I don't even know if I'm going to watch this.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching this, but it's that bad that I might not.
Yeah, Jets
You
have,
can
the,
always turn it off.
That's true.
Jets have the worst red zone offense. So if you're betting on the Jets, do not bet on any of their touchdown scorers.
Yeah.
Because they don't score touchdowns very often.
No.
And I also wouldn't bet on any Raiders touchdown scorers.
No.
If you want to bet, don't do it on this game because it's shit. I
Can
wouldn't.
you bet on sacks?
No,
Not with who we've got.
no, what would
No,
yeah.
what
Our
we've got,
provider
okay.
doesn't do it.
Okay, if you can with your provider, I'll just Max Crosby.
Next
record a
Crosby,
sack.
two
yeah.
or more sacks or something.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
Well, that's this game, right? Everyone's picked.
Yeah. Fucking.
I didn't hear
stupid
Gray's
game.
one, but I don't think he locked anything, so I don't think it matters.
Gray said Raiders, didn't he?
Raiders.
Raiders.
We're done for that one.
Yeah.
All right,
I
next
think if
game.
anything, we gave it too much time.
Prime time.
We've got
Now we're talking.
Bills -7.5, Broncos +7.5, under over 47. That's a game.
All right, here's a good beat for you.
Okay.
I'm locking the under.
Okay. 47.
Oh, that's also
There's what I'm
That's-
saying. It's prime time. It's the last game.
Monday night.
It's
football.
Monday night
Yeah,
football.
Monday Night Football.
And everyone knows that primetime games at the under. So I'm taking the under. The Bills lost to the Bengals 24-18. They just looked okay. They have no run. I mean, we say it every year.
Every
second-
week.
This is the second year that we've been saying this for every week. And it's the fact that they do not have a run game at all. They also have Fournette playing this week. I don't think that'll change anything. And if anything, it'll slow their team down more when they decide to, we've got Fournette, let's run the ball more, then realize we don't have very good run plays. Fournette's not getting many yards.
Dude, I don't like this game. I don't like the Bills. The Bills are just so one-eyed. What am I trying?
Dimensional?
What am I trying?
One-dimensional?
One-dimensional. That's what I'm there. That's the word,
One-legged
dimensional.
horse.
They are one-dimensional. They haven't seen Spy Kids 3D. They don't know what they're doing out there. They have one dude and one dude only, and his name is Josh Allen. And sometimes you'll throw it to Stephon Diggs.
Did you see the stat now that Carson Wentz has been put back on a team at the Rams? You see that they compared stats between Carson Wentz and Josh Allen,
Oh, really?
and they are almost identical.
Damn, dog. But Carson Wentz hasn't been on the cover of Madden.
Well, that's what they're saying. You know, like, yes, Josh Allen's an incredible athlete, but Carson Wentz has the same record, and
Yeah.
he isn't even a starter. He got
Yeah.
bought off a fucking free agency.
Yeah.
But yet Josh Allen's a starter. It's just too much hype to not buy into.
Yeah, absolutely.
highest
The Bills.
interception stat in the league.
I know. Every
For-
week.
How many years now?
Every week we say it. If you have a provider that can let you bet on interceptions, Josh Allen is money all day, and unfortunately he's no longer a starter, but so is Jimmy G.
Although I wouldn't bet on that during this game against the Broncos because the Broncos defense is absolute dog shit.
Yeah, this is another game that could be definitely flex. It's not as bad as the other one.
I think both teams here, or especially the Broncos, are going to chew the absolute fuck out of the clock, and this is going to hit the under by miles.
Do we take into account how the Broncos played against the Chiefs? Would you give any credit to it?
Oh,
Yes.
I definitely would.
I
Because,
would.
because they've looked like they can do a little bit on offense for this whole season, and they just kind of have struggled to. Their defense is what's been letting them down. The thing is, even when they won 24-9 at home to the Chiefs, at home? Yeah, it was at home, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Russell Wilson only had 19 attempted passes.
Yeah.
He completed 12, so it's a good stat line. But completed 12 for 144, 3 touchdowns, mind you. And they allowed 6 sacks to the Chiefs. The defense still sucks. I can see both these teams just butting heads for fucking 3 hours and calling it a day at the end of it. You know, like it's nothing much. I don't
It's like
think
you're
it's.
driving through the slow
Honestly,
neighborhood and see these guys playing in the playground.
I don't
Yeah.
think very much will happen. 47 for me is a high number for these two teams that are both at the moment just pretty meh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bet on this game. But I'm gonna take the Broncos because at least they look like they're improving, but the Bills don't.
I'm going to lock the under.
Yes.
Nice. Oh well, fuck it. I'll make it a triple lock.
Oh,
Lock the
yeah.
under.
Make Monday
As
Night
like
Football
making the
interesting.
noise.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Make it interesting.
All right. Well, that's it, huh?
That's another week of football.
Yeah.
Any? Harry's gonna say something.
Oh, I was going to talk about hockey. So I had a multi on today. The San Jose Sharks haven't won a game all season. So, of course, I bet against them. And guess what game they won today?
Oh fuck.
The one game that misses on my multi.
So you're still not the hockey
He's
guy.
still not a hockey guy.
I will never be the hockey guy.
That's true.
Right, that's
Yeah,
hockey
that's
guy.
right. Yeah.
And
well.
when Bowman put that bet in the chat, I replied saying, watch the Sharks win their first game of the season and make you lose your bet. Now,
Damn.
it fucking happens to me.
Yep.
Karma come
It
around.
does.
Karma.
Just don't talk about betting, Eric.
I don't really talk on these podcasts, I guess.
Anyway, that's been another week of Tackle for Loss.
Yep.
I feel like we reversed the podcast this week. We went from weird to analytical instead of the other way around.
We did.
We're really silly goofy at the start.
Silly
Damn,
goofy at the
that's
start.
wild. Yeah.
But yeah, as always, follow us. Like on Spotify, comment on YouTube. It helps as well. And if you want to check out our locks, go on our Instagram, which is tackle.for.loss. We'll put those up every week. We've still got shorts and reels coming out on both YouTube and on Instagram
And TikTok.
And TikTok.
and TikTok.
Yeah.
What's that app? I don't know. I'm old. But yeah, another week of football.
Another week of
Let's hope
football.
it's another good week.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's hope the one game we get to watch, which is Panthers and Bears, is a straight up banger.
Hey, let's go have a week.
Let's have a week.
Let's go have a week.
Tackle for Loss.